Would you open a mailbox if it spoke to you? What if it knew your secrets? What if it knew your future? In the quiet farmlands of rural Nebraska, in the 1960s, nestled a little white house at the end of a dirt road. It belonged to the Carsons, a simple, God-fearing family of 5 who minded their land and minded their business. Robert and Martha Carson lived there with their 3 children, Tommy, the eldest at 12, his younger sister June, and baby Abigail. There was nothing unusual about them, no dark past, no history of mental illness, no enemies, except for one thing, their mailbox. It started on a still October morning. Martha Carson went to fetch the mail like she always did, her boots crunching over frosted grass. As she opened the rusty metal door of the mailbox, she heard a voice, calm, low, and distinctly male.
"Don't let Tommy take the tractor today."
Startled, she spun around. No one was there. The fields were empty, the air dead silent. The mailbox was empty too. She told her husband, Robert, who dismissed it as her imagination. But that afternoon, Tommy narrowly escaped an accident. The tractor's brakes had failed near a ditch. If he hadn't been on foot, he might not have survived. The next day, the voice returned.
"Tell Robert to check the back fence."
Robert, skeptical but unsettled, checked the fence. It was indeed open, and fresh coyote tracks led through it, dangerously close to their chicken coop. That night, he hammered it shut and set traps. Word spread slowly in the close-knit community of Holcomb. Some neighbors thought it was a prank. Teenagers from the next farm over swore they'd seen shadows moving near the Carsons' property. Others began stopping by to listen for the voice themselves. A few heard it, always male, always calm, always speaking only when the box was opened. By mid-November, the voice changed. It no longer offered helpful warnings.
"You buried her in the wrong place."
No one knew what it meant. The Carsons hadn't buried anything, or anyone. That night, Martha couldn't sleep. She dug through local newspapers, wondering if the house had a dark history. She found something, a 1922 article about a missing girl named Lillian Rowe, age 14, last seen walking the road near what would become their farm. She was never found. Soon, the mailbox would sometimes scream or laugh, a shrill, childlike giggle. Once, it cried. Robert installed a tape recorder inside the mailbox. The next morning, when they played the tape, it was filled with static. And then, a voice.
"She's cold."
Local authorities investigated. The sheriff's deputy came twice, bringing an engineer who dismantled the box. They found nothing but cobwebs and dust. The family had the mailbox blessed by a local pastor, but nothing stopped it. Martha contacted a retired historian who specialized in Nebraska's forgotten settlements. He told them their land once belonged to a family with a violent past. One member, Silas Rowe, was suspected in several disappearances but was never charged. When winter came, the voice said only one sentence, repeated over and over.
"I'm still here. I'm still here."
Eventually, the Carsons removed the mailbox altogether. They began collecting mail at the post office. But strange things continued. Tommy said he heard whispers from the empty wooden post. June claimed to see a girl standing at the edge of the cornfield at dusk, wearing a white dress. Neighbors stopped visiting. Years later, when the house was sold, the new owners refused to put up a mailbox at all. And yet, some say, if you walk past the old wooden post where it once stood and listen closely on a cold morning, you might still hear it whisper something only you will understand. Years after the Carsons left, a college student researching paranormal events visited the property. He set up sound equipment at the site of the old post. That night, His recorder captured not a whisper, but a full sentence spoken in a child's voice.
You found me, but you're too late.
He never returned to collect his equipment. It was later found abandoned, the recording still playing on loop. And if you ever pass a lonely mailbox on an empty road, maybe don't open it, because some voices were never meant to be heard. If this story gave you chills, don't forget to subscribe. More true horror awaits, right here.